Welcome to Watch Symposium. I'm Austin. All right, so I had to do a bit of an errand, go out and mail something, and so I stopped by the park with my daughter. Sophie, come over here. Let's play over here. And as I speak, I'm soaking the bracelet of the Seiko 5 in warm soapy water. And that'll loosen some of the gunk, and this is actually the second time I've done it. I will take a toothbrush to it and scrub it, and I actually washed the case as well. I was really on the fence about that, whether to expose it to water or not, and I decided crust or water damage. Well, I'll risk the water damage. And what I did was I lathered up my hands, and I sort of went over it gently and took a toothbrush and washed it and scrubbed it a bit, and then gently in warm water rinsed it. And it looks really good. And I can't see that it has water damage. I guess I wouldn't know. If the crystal fogs up, then perhaps that will mean it dead. Great, my daughter's exploring the wonderful world of dirt. Yes. Oh, look, a dog. That's right, a dog. Yeah. Let me see your hands for a second. Okay, we'll wash your hands later. That's all right. Ooh, dirty hands. Yeah, we'll wash your hands later. So anyway, I think it looks fine, and I really did want to wash it. I didn't really want to go over it just with a wet cloth. Yeah, that's dirt. That's dirt. So I think it's fine, and that's nice. And I set the time, and I set the day and the date, and checked it a couple hours later, and it was running, I want to say, a second or two fast. So that was sort of the moment of truth. I mean, if it had been 10 seconds, no, 10 minutes, or hell, an hour fast or slow, that could have been disastrous. I don't quite know what I would have done. I guess I would have gotten into it and tried to regulate it. Ooh, we know how that went with the 5's. But luckily I'm not going to have to do that. I think at the very worst, it's going to be probably about 30 seconds fast a day. So that's great. That is really nice. That's what I was looking for. Why do I like Seiko 5's? Well, I like all Seikos to an extent, but I think I have a special place in my heart for Seiko 5's, and that's because I met a gentleman on a plane, and I made a video about it, actually. Link in the description. This was back when I was living in Fukuoka, and I talked with this gentleman. I'll let you watch the video, but he had his father's Seiko 5, and he had it for, well, I can't quite remember, but a long time, and it served him well, and it made me respect the Seiko 5. And I have a feeling the Seiko 5 is a bit different than other Seikos out there, meaning, and I don't have no, I guess I'm basing this on just this anecdote of this gentleman wearing his father's Seiko 5 for, I want to say, decades. But I think Seiko 5 might be the watch that Seiko tries to make their long-term customers with. They're inexpensive, they're practical, they're good starter watches, but I have a feeling they might be more quality than the mechanical Seikos that are not part of the Seiko 5 range. So I think if one is going to go Seiko, I think going Seiko 5 might be a great option. I don't think Seiko 5s are quite regulated so well. I want to say plus or minus 30 seconds a day. That's probably the target. But I think there's sort of an affordable quality there, at least in my mind, that is really there for the people getting into watches, and who, you know, I think the way that Seiko might look at a Seiko 5 is that this can really set the tone for the customer, and if it's a good watch, they might want to go Grand Seiko in the future. And I don't think that all Seikos are like that. I know all Seikos should be like that, but I think Seiko 5s they go for affordable quality. And whoa, my daughter just took a tumble. Are you okay? Whoa, my poor thing, you poor thing. Ugh. Here, let's clean you off. Well, you did take it. Here, come here for a second. Ugh. Oh, you're gonna have to get in the bath after this. Ugh. Dirt in the nose. Dirt in the nose. Here, hold on a minute. Let's. All right. Here, we'll just. You'll have to take a bath later. All right. Anyway, okay. Horse. That's right. All right, here, let's just finish brushing you off here. Oh, Seiko, I wanted to say. Oh, Sophie. Ooh, okay, let's see. Let's put you up here. There we go. All right. Anyway. All right, anyway. Okay, guys, so just cleaning off my daughter's face. Anyway, where was I? Talking about Seiko 5s. Yeah. So you're welcome. You're welcome. So I think Seiko 5s might be, you know, affordable quality, and I think they might be the starter watch that Seiko knows a lot of people will form their perceptions and conceptions of Seiko in the future. So I want to say that they are worth more than the money. Meaning I think the quality is more than what you typically pay for a Seiko 5, which is just above $100. Tail, that's right. Here's a tail. Horse's tail, that's right. Should we walk around more? Mom. Okay, let's go more. Let's walk around more. Watch your step here. So, you know, that's not to say that you don't see complaints about Seiko 5s on, say, Amazon. Yeah. Yes. Is that a statue? All right, let's go take a look at it. Let's go look at the statue. If you go to Amazon and you check out some Seiko 5s, sometimes you'll see in this comment section that people will complain about them, and I think, you know, the accuracy, and that could be just a layperson getting an automatic watch and realizing it's, you know, a minute fast every couple days, and that not really jiving with what they think a watch should keep in terms of time. So, but you know, for $100+, 120, 150, I want to say you can probably get them for 80. Yeah, a minute fast every couple days is not too bad, and they can probably be regulated. All right, the 7S26 movement, which is what my Seiko 5 has. It's non-hacking, non-winding. It just, you just do this holding your watch to get it going, and you're supposed to wear it, you know, around 8 hours a day. Ooh, what did you find there? Look at that. All right. This looks like some sort of seed.
Seed.
Yes, not food. You want it? Go ahead. And good, you threw it. What else do we have? Lots of stuff. Leaves down there. So so anyway, that's one reason, meeting that gentleman on a plane. Look at that stick. That's quite a stick you found. All right. Nice stick. Very big. Do you want it? Be careful with it. But meeting that gentleman on a plane was kind of neat, and that sort of set the tone for me in terms of Seiko 5's. And yeah, I think I would probably go Seiko 5 or Grand Seiko. I can't say that I would get a $1,000 Seiko. Again, that's my watch philosophy in a nutshell. Go cheaper or go all out and get something really good. Yeah, are you tangled up? Are you okay? Here, there we go. And the same could be said of Seikos. I say go for a Seiko 5 or, you know, an SKX. These lower tier Seikos, starter Seikos, entry level Seikos. And then while you're wearing that, save up for that Grand Seiko if that's what you want. So yes, well, yeah, so I finally have a Seiko 5, and I finally have a Seiko. What can I say about it? Any other thoughts on it? Yeah, I'll wear it for a while, and we'll take a break from the Explorer 2, which is what I'm wearing right now. You know, sometimes when I do get, you know, another watch, just something not quite as nice as a Rolex, just something, you know, like the device or a Vostok. I wear it for about a week, and then I'm often like, what are you doing? Why are you wearing this? And I don't know if I'll be like that with a Seiko. One thing I like about this Seiko is I feel like it's a bit vintagey, and I think a watchmaker would. Oh, thank you. Look at that. It's interesting. What do we have there? I think a watchmaker would have to weigh in and give me their impression, but I wonder if a vintage Seiko, like the one I have or the one that this gentleman on a plane had, I wonder if that's built better than a Seiko 5 for sale on Amazon right now. If I had to guess, I might say yes. And I don't know why I say that. I think as the years have passed, I don't know why I say this, but it just seems like corners are cut more and more at you know, when it comes to businesses and where the watches are made. And so I think a Seiko 5 from the 80s, and this is just a guess, I have no proof of this, and let me know your thoughts on this. Seiko 5 from the 80s, I would reckon would be a better quality watch than, you know, a current Seiko 5. Just because I think well, this is kind of dirty, Sophie. Let's not slide today, because I think in the 80s was sort of the peak in Japan as far as, you know, the economy and the bubble, and I think people weren't thinking about getting deals on watches, and companies weren't thinking about increasing their bottom line. I mean, there was a lot of money going around, and a lot of I think quality was what it was. And I think as the bubble popped, quality perhaps maybe took a back seat to cost, or maybe it was more of a balance thing. So so that's why I think if you're going to go Seiko and lower end Seiko, I think you might be better off getting a vintage model, something from the 80s. That's sort of my reason why I was attracted to this watch. But of course, one I guess risk of that is it's an old watch, and you're not going to know how it runs. And I feel good about the accuracy of my watch so far, just from what I've seen. But it really stands to be seen how it is in practice. And if I had checked it earlier and it had been 30 minutes fast or slow, which is entirely possible when you get one of these older watches, then now I wouldn't be happy right now, you know. And you never know. And when it comes to servicing these watches, you have to think, you know, can you service it yourself? Or are you gonna have to pay somebody? Are you having fun? Good. Because if you're gonna have to pay somebody, I mean, if I were to take it to somebody, an overhaul costs a couple $100. Maybe I could have them regulate it, but that's probably going to cost more than the watch itself. So there's all these things you have to keep in mind. You know, this old watch, how long is it going to run? Does it run well? A lot of the times on Yahoo Auction for sure. I mean, it was listed as junk, like I said, and I don't think the person could have told me anything about accuracy, and nothing about accuracy was listed. I just knew the watch ran, that's it. So, anyway, yeah, I guess the question I'll leave you with is this. Do you think Seiko 5's, are the vintage ones better, more higher quality than the newer ones? Is that just a false perception on my part? What do you think? Let me know. Take care. Thanks for watching. See you next time.